money to spend, for tomorrow might be Monday, and I'd neither have a darling or a friend. When I've got plenty of money, good people, then my friends are all standing around. But as soon as my pocketbook is empty, not a friend on this earth can be found. Well, the last time I seen my little woman, good people, she had a wine glass in her hand. She's a-drinking down her troubles with a low-down sorry man. All around this old jailhouse is seething, good people, $40 won't pay my fine. Corn whiskey has surrounded my body, poor boy. Pretty women's a-troubling my mind. My daddy told me a plenty, good people, and my mama, she told me more. Said, son, if you don't quit your rowdy ways, you'll have trouble at your door. Well, if I'd listened to my mama, good people, then I would not have been here today. But a drinking and a shooting and a gambling, at home I cannot stay. Give me cornbread when I'm hungry, good people, corn whiskey when I'm dry. Pretty women are standing around me, sweet heaven when I die. Go dig a hole in a meadow, good people, dig it deep in that cold, cold ground. Come and gather round, all you kind friends, and see this poor rounder go down. And when I'm dead and buried, with my pale face turned to the sun, will you stand around and moan, little woman, and think of the way you have done? In the pines where the sun never shines, and you shiver when the cold wind blows. Darling, darling, what have I done that's made you treat me so? You cause me to weep, and you cause me to mourn, and you cause me to leave my home. If I'd listened to what Mama said, then I would not be here today. But the same old train that brought me here, well, it's soon gonna carry me away. In the pines where the sun never shines, and you shiver when the cold wind blows. The longest train I ever saw rolled down that Georgia line. The engine passed at 6 o'clock, and the last car went by at 9. In the pines where the sun never shines, and I shiver when the cold wind blows. you want, son? You want your mama? Your mama? And am I born to die, to lay this body down, and must my trembling spirit fly into a world unknown, and must my trembling spirit fly into a world unknown, a land of deepest shade, unpierced by human thought, that dreary region of the dead, where all things are forgot, soon as from earth I go. What will become of me? Eternal happiness or woe must then my portion be. Brother afar from the Savior today, risking your soul for the things that decay. Oh, if today God should call you away, what would you give in exchange for your soul? What would you give
In exchange?
What would you give?
In exchange?
What would you give in exchange for your soul? Oh, if today God should call you away, exchange for your soul. Mercy is calling you, won't you give me? Must the dear Savior still tenderly plead? Rest not your soul, it is precious indeed. What would you give in exchange for your soul? What would you give?
In exchange,
What would you give?
in exchange,
What would you give in exchange for your soul? Oh, if today God called you away, what would you give in exchange for your soul? More than all silver and gold of this earth, more than all jewels the Spirit is worth, God the Creator has given His birth. What would you give in exchange for your soul? What would you give?
in exchange,
What would you give?
in exchange,
What would you give in exchange for your soul? Oh, if today God to call you away, what would you give in exchange for your soul? Hang your head, Tom Dooley, hang your head and cry. Kill little Laurie Foster and you know you're bound to die. You left her by the roadside where you begged to be excused. You left her by the roadside and you hid her clothes and shoes. Hang your head, Tom Dooley, hang your head and cry. Kill little Laurie Foster and you know you're bound to die. Took her on the hillside for to make her your wife. Took her on the hillside and there you took her life. You dug the grave 4 feet long and you dug it 3 feet deep. Roll that cold clay over her and you tromped it with your feet. Hang your head, Tom Dooley, hang your head and cry. Kill little Laurie Foster and you know you're bound to die. Trouble, oh, it's trouble a-rolling o'er my breast. As long as I'm a living, boy, they just won't let me rest. I know they're going to hang me tomorrow, I'll be dead, though I never even harmed a hair on poor little Laurie's head. Hang your head, Tom Dooley, hang your head and cry. Kill little Laurie Foster and you know you're bound to die. In this world and one more, then reckon where I'll be. If it wasn't for Sheriff Grayson, I'd be in Tennessee. At this time tomorrow, boys, where do you reckon I'll be? Way down yonder in the holler, hanging on a white oak tree. Hang your head, Tom Dooley, hang your head and cry. Kill poor Laurie Foster and you know you're bound to die. down my old violin and play it all you please. For at this time tomorrow, boys, it'll be of no use to me. Hang your head, Tom Dooley, hang your head and cry. Kill little Laurie Foster and you know you're bound to die. Just a mile west of the water tank on a cold November day, in a cold and lonesome boxcar, a dying hobo lay. His pal sat there before him with a low and a drooping head, listening to the last words his dying buddy said. Goodbye, old partner hobo, I hate to say goodbye, but I hear my train a-comin' and I know she's a-getting nigh. I'm gonna tell that old conductor just where I want to stop, where the little stream of whiskey comes flowing down the rock. We've rode the rods together, we've rambled all around, in every kind of weather, we've slept out on the ground. Oh, partner, don't you miss that train that always makes a stop, where the little stream of whiskey comes flowing down the rock. Would you tell my girl in Danville that she need not to worry at all? I'm a-going to that country where I won't have to work at all. No, we'll not have to work there, nor ever change my socks, and the little stream of whiskey comes flowing down the rock. I'm a-going to that better place where everything is right, where the handouts grow on bushes and they sleep out every night. I won't have to wash my overalls nor even change my socks, and the little stream of whiskey comes tumbling down the rock. I got the worried blues, I got no heart to cry. I got the worried blues, I got no heart to cry. If the blues don't kill me, Lord, I'll never die. Had a dream last night when I rolled back in bed. I had a dream last night when I rolled back in bed. What'd you dream, boy? I dreamed last night that the woman I loved was dead. Well, how you know she's dead, son? I went to the graveyard and looked down in her face. Lord, I went to the graveyard and looked down in her face. I said, the Lord knows I love you, but I sure can't take your place. I've got the blues so bad, I can't sleep nor eat. I got the blues so bad, I can't sleep nor eat. I just walk around like a policeman on his beat. When I get gone, don't you hang crepe on my door. Lord, when I'm gone, don't you hang crepe on my door. I won't be dead, I just won't be around no more. Going down to the depot, take my rocking chair. Going down to the depot, take my rocking chair. I'm gonna sit right down, I'm gonna rock on away from here. Some people tell you that the worried blues ain't bad, but they bad fools. Now some people tell you that the worried blues ain't bad. Well, it must not have been them old worried blues they had. I got the wearied blues, I got no heart to cry. Got the wearied blues, I got no heart to cry. If the blues don't kill me, Lord, I'll never die. I've got a little tale I'd like to tell to you, fun and foolishness, and some of it's true. There's some of it bad and some of it nice, and there's a little of it just plain old advice. That is to you young'uns that's thinking about getting married. You can take some advice from an old hand, 'cause I jumped a broomstick a long time ago. I got in awful late the other night, and me and my wife had the darndest fight. She pulled my hair and then mashed my nose, kicked my shins and stomped my toes. That woman was mad at me. Trouble of it was, she waited till I got my shoes off before she started anything. You know, that ingrown toenail still hurts. I was going down the road in my Model T when a big chicken got in front of me. I killed that rooster right there on the spot, and I figured, well, that's the only one the old man's got, so I'd better go back and see about it. I drove right up to the edge of his yard. He's a chopping wood, a working awful hard. I looked the old man right square in the face, and I says, "Sir, your rooster I'd like to replace." And he looked at me kind of puzzled for a minute and said, "Son, start growing." I was pulling up turnips down on my knees when I stirred up a nest of some kind of bees, and about 3 dozen got in my pants, and it wasn't very long till I began to dance. I was doing the shimmy and the shake at the same time. You know, that's nearly enough to make a fella run off and leave his britches, and that's just what I've done. Couldn't help it. I was standing in the corner by the mantelpiece, and right over my head sat a bottle of grease. I greased my feet with some of that grease and went slipping along under that mantelpiece hunting cigarette ducks. I wanted to do the job quick. Found some birch toothbrushes, but the girls had dipped all the snuff. There wasn't a swipe left. Make up the beds, gals, make them up nice. That Doc and Bill Monroe's are coming here tonight. They love chicken. They love pie. Don't tell our wives, but we like the sisters too. I went down to the hen house to look for an egg, and I heard an old rooster shaking a leg. He's giving big orders to them hens upstairs, a strutting around and a putting on airs. Them hens is singing. That rooster was kind of preaching. He was a bossing that place pretty well, for when he took up a collection, they paid off in eggs. I think I'll keep that rooster. I was sitting in the woods on a great big log, my finger on the trigger and my eye on a hog. This is before they had the stock law, you know. Pulled the trigger and the gun said zip, and I jumped on the hog with all my grip. The thing misfired. I could see the notches in his ears where I'd branded him when he was a pig, but I'll tell you, he is wilder than a jackrabbit. But he is fat. Here's a squirrel gnawing on a hickory nut. You ought to hear that rascal cut. I fired that gun and it made a big bang. The thing kicked me down and I couldn't see a thing. Dang, now I broke my shoulder. Worst part of it was, I missed my squirrel. Give my horn a blow. Thought I heard little Liza say, yonder come my beau. Hey, Miss Liza, pretty little gal. Hey, Miss Liza Jane. Hey, Miss Liza, pretty little gal riding on that train. I took old Dick and Dinah and I hitched them to the train. Get me a barrel of lasses, feed little Liza Jane. Hey, Miss Liza, pretty little gal. Hey, Miss Liza Jane. Hey, Miss Liza, pretty little gal riding on that train. Take the old fence road, and I'm gonna take the lane. You can hug that old fence post, and I'll hug Liza Jane. Hey, Miss Liza, pretty little gal. Hey, Miss Liza Jane. Hey, Miss Liza, pretty little gal riding on that train. Went to see Miss Liza, she's a bending o'er the tub. More I'd ask her to marry me, the harder she did scrub. Hey, Miss Liza, pretty little gal. Hey, Miss Liza Jane. Hey, Miss Liza, pretty little gal riding on that train. It's midnight on the stormy deep. My solitary watch I keep and think of her I left behind and ask if she'd be true and kind. I never shall forget the day that I was forced to go away in silence. There my head she'd raise and press me to her loving breast. Don't go back to sea. And there's other girls as good as me, but none can love you true as I. Please don't go where the bullets fly. The deep, deep sea may us divide, and I may be some other's bride, but still my thoughts will sometimes stray to thee when thou art far away. I never have proved false to thee. The heart I gave is true as thine, but you have proved untrue to me. I can no longer call thee mine. Then fare thee well, I'd rather my home upon my sea lake, where the southern sun refused to shine, than to trust a